Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am your rather occasionally humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my beautiful co-host from South Canada. That's right, Quiet Michael.
Quiet Michael, the ho-coast.
And coming in from right here, also in the cornfield, just next to me, Andrew Tiede.
That's me.
Short and stubby. Also dialing in from the left coast, it's our friend Brane Damage.
Oh no, I forgot how to like and subscribe for the algorithm. Please do it for me.
Okay, now I just prematurely did something. We have some funny memes for you, but first, a trademark, copyrighted, patented trademark, part of essential element of every growing boy's breakfast part of the show. You know it, you love it. I'm switching. I got technical difficulties. Why is my life hard? I'm talking about... Yeah, there was a whole bunch of depressing news this week, but it's okay. It's kind of funny. We got Rudy Giuliani here. He was ordered to turn over all his stuff. Like he has to give over all his stuff now. It's all locked up, which is really great. And I read it in the British, which is much better. It's like worth 4.4 million pounds. Sounds better that way for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, that was kind of fun. Trump danced for 40 minutes during a campaign rally. He said, hey, let's, instead of talking policy, let's just listen to music. And he just weirdly, I don't know, kind of swayed. He swayed on stage for 40 minutes. I totally thought it was like liberal porn. You know what I mean? I thought they were trolling, but no, it was freaking 40 solid minutes. And did you guys watch the video footage? Because it was painful, both as a citizen and a DJ. He played Ave Maria 3 times. Who does that?
You know what really bothered me was that he played Sinead O'Connor. And you know, she's rolling over in her grave right now. That is fucking disrespectfful.
Half his bops are gay ballads. What is that? I don't... He's up there doing YMCA. Very confusing. So anyway, that was extremely strange. Hey, you remember this guy, the Cowboys for Trump? I think he was like one of them sovereign sheriffs or whatever. Well, he appealed his case all the way up to the, I don't know, DC, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they said, nope, you're still guilty. Doesn't count. Whatever dumb, stupid thing, gone, done. So that was cool. Hey, former CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch has been indicted on sex trafficking charges. And I don't normally like to make jokes about people's looks, but look at this sex trafficking looking motherfucker. That's, you see what I'm saying? With the eye, I don't know. I mean, that's a bad guy in a Marvel.
He looks like he's wearing someone else's face.
Yes.
He looks like a Ken doll come to life, but not all the way, just most of the way.
I feel like this is a Ken doll if I came home and I'd accidentally left him in the sun with one side of his face. And I was like, what happened, Ken?
Quick question, though. What does Amy Schumer have to do with this?
Moving on.
Oh, God, dude, no.
So Elon Musk and a couple of other billionaires have just been buying this election. I mean, just dumping millions of dollars into this election. Just shamelessly, you know, like all about autocracy and fascism. Like, how do we get this guy in there so we can save trillions of dollars in taxes? And it's been really messed up. He's given away millions of dollars to like register voters in Pennsylvania and stuff, which is like clearly against the law. Like if you Google this story, everyone's like, you can't buy votes or buy registrations. It's against the law. So we got him, guys. Hey, that Coachella bus driver was assaulted. Remember we talked about them stranding people out in the desert? Well, while they were running people back and forth, the driver was bloodied. Somebody like totally snuck up behind him and bloodied him. So it's just so weird that Trump fans would get violent if they're mildly inconvenienced. You know, who could have seen that happening?
Right.
Very strange. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff, petitions. You sign this petition and Elon will give away $1 million. So he's giving away a couple $1 million, but it's like it's illegal. So I don't know. Something will happen there. Meanwhile, so instead of buying votes, the Democrats have decided the best thing to do is to cozy up with Liz Cheney. And I'm just like, why? Nobody likes Liz Cheney. Who are you going to sway towards Harris because you brought in Liz Cheney or Dick Cheney or Lon Cheney, any Cheney? Nobody likes the Cheneys. What the hell is wrong with you? And just to give you an idea how stupid the media is, Chris Matthews over on the MSDNC, he said, since Cheney's done all this work, she should really be remembered, once they get into office, which is code for give her a position in the administration, which is like, what the hell? Appeal to your base. Talk about universal health care. Dump this person. It's very strange. I couldn't believe this, but the former president cosplayed as a McDonald's employee in a ridiculous tie with an apron and played French fry guy for like 15 painful minutes. Strangely, doing the same swaying dance that he was doing to the Ave Maria, but now in an apron. And CNN decided to cover this ridiculousness by saying that you'll notice that the last time the minimum wage was raised, it was like 2007. 2007 is the last time the minimum wage was raised. So the cool part is they said, hey, would you raise the minimum wage? And he goes, of course, these guys are working hard. Because, he'd never lifted a French fry before, like not in that way. So anyway, hey, maybe now that Trump's on board with raising the minimum wage, we could get the Democrats on board if they're not too busy coddling Republican freakazoids. Anyway, another issue that got McDonald's some press that week after they shut this down for this ridiculous thing. And by the way, too, he shut down traffic in North Carolina, in a disaster zone, so he could go get a honorary French fry pin. He shut down a disaster zone so he could get a little honorable mention pin, a participation trophy pin. These people are blowing my mind. And then, of course, 10 states got E. coli at McDonald's, which is definitely linked to Trump working there and not wearing gloves. I don't know if you noticed, he's not wearing any gloves. He's not wearing gloves. Where are the gloves?
Not either.
No gloves. E. coli, 10 states. You do the math. United States issued a warning to Israel. That was really wild. They were like, you've got 30 days to stop bombing so hard. If the Gaza humanitarian situation crisis isn't resolved in 30 days, we're going to impose a weapons embargo on Israel. And Rosie Perani put it best. Oh, Biden's finally going to stop sending arms to Israel after the election. When he signed off on everything, it's done and it's over past 1 year. Clearly a ploy to secure votes for Kamala. Sorry, Joe. We're not dumb. And it is. It's just dumb. Absolutely going the wrong direction. Quazim Rashid said Israel's longest running paper, Haaretz, great newspaper, by the way, highly recommend, just confirmed that Netanyahu actively blocked every hostage deal since October 7th. So Netanyahu, meanwhile, is openly planning to annex Gaza. And the conversation is still, why won't Hamas agree to a deal? So that's genocide. That's probably the funniest part of the news today. So, fair to the show, and what is he? Our padre, Father Nathan Monk, said it's been kind of a wild to have a front row seat to history, and it's repeating itself because on Maddow they revealed that Stormy Daniels is once again being offered money by the Trump campaign for her silence. She's getting a settlement, right? She's getting a settlement, and they're like, well, would you take some more money to like not tell anybody about the settlement? And she's like, no, she's recording the call. Anyway.
Didn't they just get in trouble for this?
Yeah, like no shame, none at all. Just like like committing a crime while making a settlement for the crime. That's like a meta crime. It's really difficult to even figure out how to do that. It's like a hyper crime. So yeah, so Trump made some fries. Elon offered to pay out. Let's see here, what else? Oh, this is a weird one. This popped up in my thing. It said this couple is divided on politics by bound by love, and he's wearing a black and blue Hawaiian shirt, very similar to many that I have, and they're in a movie theater. And it says Leslie Zeke and her husband Matt embrace while praying inside the Vineyard Church in Urbana, Illinois. So differed on politics, but bound by love. Here's the crazy thing. I know Leslie. She should dump this guy. They don't agree. Screw these people. It's in the national news. This is in the national news, and I just realized Leslie's a friend of mine doing this show. So that's oh, I didn't realize who that was. Harris went on to Fox News with Brett Baer, the squintiest eyed man in journalism. And he just talked over completely. SNL parried it perfectly, and I highly recommend you just watch that version of it. It's much better. Meanwhile, Tim Walz went on to The Daily Show, and Jon Stewart, the only journalist apparently working, said the Cheney thing. Do we really have to?
God bless Jon Stewart.
You know, and then Tim spun. And I love your governor there, Michael, but he just spun. Well, you know, the people and the stuff and the things and the shut up. Nobody likes the Cheneys. Here's a nice little hopeful closing thought here. The main reason I'm not worried about the election is, according to Republicans, the vice president can simply refuse to certify the election if she chooses to do so. So Kamala wins. The end. That's how it works, right? Yeah, a lot of people putting this around. They were like, well, when you incorporate that into polling, it's 100%. So Kamala Harris, 100%. There you go. Heard it here first, folks. That's the kicker. And you know what? MAGA going to be cheering that on because they love that playbook. They love that idea. Finally, for our heartwarming animal story that we always like to do, a drone actually caught this excellent footage of a dog climbing to the top of the Great White Pyramid in Giza just to bark at birds. Just barking at birds from the top of the pyramid. Coolest seven wonder in the world. Dog climbed up there barking at birds. Living his best life. And that is your heartwarming animal story. Closing out the news from Facebook for the Blind for October 22nd, 2024. Now I handed it off to my beautiful co-host, Michael, for a nice, I don't know, median modal size round one.
Wrong, Eric. Here comes a big long round one. Kicking it off with Mother Post Baby. Here we have a picture of a man looking very skeptical, hugging a child. It says, hugging my kid after a meltdown, knowing they're just going to do me dirty again in 5 minutes. I like this. So this is a text conversation. The guy texts the girl and says, how many guys you fuck with? She says, including you? He says, yeah. She says, none.
Ouch.
I don't know why this is so small. I don't know what we have here. It sort of looks like Winnie the Pooh with like laser eyes.
Ooh,
right?
Okay.
It's smoking a cigar. Am I wrong? I think it's Winnie the Pooh with laser eyes.
Yeah.
And it says, I hate to get political, but Donald Trump has some fucking knockers.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, here we go. This is we're gonna call some people out here. Love how these so-called quote unquote vegans still drink water. That's a fish's house, you sick fuck.
Yeah.
DJP Shell cyst retweets The Guardian. The Guardian reports chess robot grabs and breaks fingers of 7-year-old opponent. DJP says, incredible how AI can just come up with chess strategies that I thought of years ago. Lean McBeans says, take care of yourself, ladies. And we see some sort of department store or something, retail store, and it says feminine care. The sign says feminine care. And it's just a whole bunch of old El Paso taco kits.
Oh, no. You're going to hell. Going to hell.
No, I think you guys misunderstood the joke. I think it's just literally saying like taking care of feminine needs is just eating tacos.
Well, that's how I do it, but
Right.
Hey.
Hey, TD, will you read this one for us?
Okay. I'll remember this. My best friend's mom tried to glue vampire teeth onto a pumpkin, and this jack-o'-lantern was shit glued on it, and this mouth, and you can see the glue drippings all around it. Makes it look like one of LeBune's blow-up dolls.
Gross, TD.
Nice.
Hey, Eric, will you read this one for us, please?
You're a bastard. Vanessa at Nezakins _ says, I thought raw dogging meant eating a hot dog without any condiments. You guys are sick.
Jesus, both you guys are nasty tonight. Okay, listen, this is my last meme for this round. Sorry that the guys got so gross. The notorious JOV at who the fuck is Giovanna, friend of the show, says manifesting. And here we have, I think I'm not supposed to do Bobby Hill's voice anymore. Somebody wants to do it for me. Is that you, Eric, or is it TD? One of you guys say I do a bad job at this.
Yeah, I can do Bobby Hill.
Okay, will you just manifest for us, Bobby Hills? Bring us out of this round.
I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am rich. I am that bitch.
That's all I got for round one. Keeping the hole in wholesome, kicking it over to brain damage.
All right, let's try. See if this works right. All right, we got somebody named Freedom Chasers. Looks a little too freedom for me, but here we got. It says Kev in bacon, and then we see there's a picture of Kevin Bacon draped in an armor of bacon, raw bacon. Yes.
That's awesome.
I want to fry this armor.
I know you do, Tiede. I know you do. Here we got Bill News, and we have a map there where someone drew a red outline around the Baltic Sea. It says the Baltic Sea is a dinosaur eating Finland. Roar!
Yeah.
That's fun. That's how I learn about geography or something like that. I stole these memes. Steph at used to be a duck says, why is tamales pronounced tamales? But females is pronounced females instead of tamales.
That's a good question, Brane.
50 Nerds of Gray. I don't even want to. I hope I never host a meme of them again. It has a woman with some overalls and some kind of bandana on her hair with a man with some overalls behind her with his arm reaching around. They're playing with some kind of dough. It says cooking together is a form of intimacy. And Jenny writes, no one who actually cooks together, no one who actually cooks wants to cook with other people in the kitchen.
Oh,
you know
shit.
damn well.
No shit.
You're telling people, the fuck out of my way. Why are you here?
Yeah.
Can I help? Yes. Go the fuck to the fucking living room or something.
There's not a kitchen big enough.
Yeah. Usually the conversation goes like this between me and Diane. Hey, do you need my help? Yeah, make that PlayStation beep, motherfucker. Get out of my shit. Okay. Here we have offthemark.com with a cartoon of Mr. Clean sitting in his nice comfy chair, and he's reading a book that says When Children Rebel. And his child is, what's homeboy's name? Playpen from
Pigpen.
Playpen, the little stinky guy. That was my favorite little dude. Yeah, and Mr. Clean is definitely mad as fuck. Look at him. He's mad. He's mad. Dirty ass kids. Dirty ass kids. And then here we've got who's this one? Bill Whitehead. This one is just a cartoon of what looks to be an ice cream sundae bowl with 2 scoops of ice cream that also have beards, shades, and nice cool hats, and it says ZZ topping.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And Scott Hairburn comes with one where we have a giant man doing some pottery. He's got his shirt off. He's hairier than Bert Kreischer, and it says, I thought this was about a boy wizard.
Yeah.
Harry Potter. God damn it.
Blockbuster book adaptation's gone wrong. The Harry Potter.
I was like, is
Like,
it Hagrid? Like I was trying to figure it out.
it's too much. All right, here we have a 4-panel, and we have a shark chilling with a squid. The shark says, "One more time." The squid says, "Okay." Shark reaches back. He says, "Kameha, meha," and he shoots the squid. Okay. I like to call it Hadouken a lot better, but I love King Kamehameha, even though I'm pretty sure I believe in reincarnation because there's no reason for me to be so scared of heights other than I was one of them Hawaiians that Kamehameha kicked off the cliff, Chicago, Hawaii. Anyways, here, this one is posted by, as you can see, Brane Shadow right here, taking the photo of some ass hat in my parking lot yesterday, not in my parking lot, in the place where I work. And I shouldn't have called him an ass hat because this motherfucker is cool as fuck. Look at this license plate. It's
That's
Batman.
Oh
Batman.
yeah.
Batman.
And please do not look at the fucked up, dirty ass Corolla back here. That we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna move along. Moving along. Here's the last one for me. On this one, we got at space boy can't LOL. Yes, he can. 4-panel. He's got Medusa. She says, How can you look at me and not turn into stone instantly? Who are you? And here we have Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he says, Stone Cold Steve Austin. She says, Are there others like you? All of a sudden, it's The Rock.
Fuck.
With the people's eyebrow. Oh man, I wish I had a good. Tiede, how's your Jerry Lawler or your Jim Ross voice these days? It's The Rock.
Stone Cold, my God.
For our
Pass it
listeners,
to you, my friend.
beer just sloshed out of TD's mouth while he did
That was
that.
a potato chip. It was a potato chip, not beer.
That's exactly how it should work.
People are saying it was beer.
I already finished my beer before the show.
All right, TD, you ready?
Oh yeah, I guess it's my turn. Hi guys, we're gonna do that thing that I do every week. Tease, often imitated, never duplicated, short round one, brought to you by the dumbest shit I could find on the internet. Kicking off with front of the show, Joe Lancey. Hey Joe.
Hey, Joe.
He's got like this Victorian era sketch, and it's like a ghost in a mirror and a lady standing behind her, and it just says the relief you feel when you realize the weird house noises are ghosts and not shit you can't afford to fix. Did I mention I had to replace my fucking refrigerator this weekend?
Rough.
Dude, you could have had a haunted fridge.
I wish it was haunted. Haunted's cheaper. Moving on.
Dude, I don't know what happens to these things when you send them to me. Somehow then they don't work. I don't get it.
That user error.
You sure?
Maybe.
I keep clicking on it, man.
You'll
This
get there. I'm still looking at the Joe meme. No, that's post with the most. You skipped every one of my memes.
Oh.
Whoa. We're last week. Here we go.
Fix it in
Okay.
post.
Yeah, sure. Here we got front of the show, Looney Tunes. And it says, January, this is going to be my year. October. And it's Bugs Bunny sitting at a bar in a white tux looking just bummed the fuck out, shooting carrot juice. I feel you, Bugs.
Yep.
TD, last week there was a DC Comics put out a comic book of one shot of Batman and Elmer Fudd, and
What?
Yeah, it's I'll mail it to you. I'm not kidding. Text me. I'll mail it to you. It's that good.
Okay. A little weird, but all right. Texas humor, front of the show. My family forced me to leave Buc-ee's after spending $78 on snacks during our potty stop. And it is, of course, Moo Dang being picked up, looking just Moo Dang. I love this hippo.
That hippo would kill you.
Oh, yeah. I would commit war crimes for Moo Dang.
And it would
Straight atrocities. Moving on.
You
And it
committed
was-
war crimes for George W. Bush. Of course you'd do it for me.
Yeah, for Boudin, yeah.
I was getting paid then. I do these for free. Veggie Q, I don't know you. Veggie Q just says POV. Your friend asked you to take a picture of you with your tacos, and it's a plate of tacos that's been superimposed in front of Moodang. Looking just so goddamn cute and wrinkly. Just the
These are my-
cutest little Moodang.
These are my emotional support tacos.
Tiede's
Hell
like,
yeah.
Tiede's like, Moodang, I would destabilize a region for you.
Again. Again.
Oh, again.
Michael, why do you gotta bring up my work history? Come on.
Drama. Fucking
I was drinking
drama.
a Rip It right next to you, brother.
I know you. I was right say you were sitting right there next to me, going, "Shit, that didn't work, did it?" All right, moving on.
Oh shit!
Hey, Labune, can you get this one for me?
Yeah, no problem, Tiede, because I have it lined up for you to read already. Pot smoking atheists who love dogs
Hey,
say this is undoubtedly the most evil costume I've ever seen. I don't know whether to cry or high five whoever came up with this idea, because as a Halloween costume, it's brilliant. And this is Tiede, you're gonna have to help me with the names of the things, but it's from the Neverending
Atreyu
Story.
is the boy, and the horse is Artak. The swamp of sadness. Every time this meme comes, every time a meme that has this scene in it comes up, Labune finds it and makes me read it, and he can kiss my ass.
I do want to say there is a beautiful, very well curated garden behind this little girl in the picture, but the little girl is dressed up like Atreyu. She has reins in her hand, and then rolling next to her on what looks like probably a skateboard or something is the horse head dying in the swamp of sadness. For the record, I make light of my trauma, but wow, this scene fucked up two whole generations.
Oh yeah.
Like Gen X and millennials
Oh yeah.
by this scene.
Yep, it's true.
And I make sure I've showed this to my Gen Z and Gen Alpha nieces and nephews, and I'm messing them up.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my
I should
god.
get out of here scot free.
No,
I know it was too young, but how old? How old were your nieces and nephews?
The youngest one who I just showed it to this year, she just turned 8.
Oh, you're evil.
Dude, I think that's how old I was when I saw this. It was like
the first time I thought I was that age.
it's so bad.
You got hurt people, okay?
We've established that we're kind of assholes. We're not
Rein it
above
in, rein it in, Hurdy.
All right. Once again, pot smoking atheists who love dogs, friend of the show. It says atheist when Bob Ross says God bless, and it's Dr. Ken Jeong from the show Community wearing a sombrero with his feet kicked up on a desk, going, "I'll allow it."
Yeah.
Oh. This is why my little thought loops, man. I'll allow it. I hear him say it in my head all the time.
I'll allow it. Moving on.
People are like,
I
I'm
love
gonna
me
go to the
some- I love-
bathroom.
I
I'm
love
like,
me some Dr. Ken. Moist Buddha, friend of the show.
hey, Moist.
Keeping it moving.
Says yeah, keep it moist, keep it Buddha. Says getting laid off tomorrow. They don't know. I know. What should I do to make this as uncomfortable as possible for my employer? And Crabman88 says cupcakes because you're celebrating closing on the new house yesterday. and dispatch for chat says, and you just found out you're expecting twins.
That's awesome.
Babbo.
Yeah. I appreciate all that. Moving on.
Hey.
This is the last one I got for round 1 here. This comes from some dipshit named Andrew Tiede. It says, I want to be extremely clear about this. Crab Rangoon. I never don't want Crab Rangoon. It is never bad or an appropriate time for Crab Rangoon. I'll never be displeased by receiving Crab Rangoon. At no point in my life will I ever be like, no, thank you. I don't want Crab Rangoon right now. I am Andrew Tiede, and I approve this message.
I believe
I
it.
gotta say, I've never gotten too many Crab Rangoons. I've gotten not enough.
I mean,
Crab Rangoon, a special sponsor and official snack food.
now I'm not saying that crab rangoons maybe didn't contribute to my lack of digits, but hey, you never know. Hey, and that's all I got for the short round one, brought to you by the dumbest shit I could find on the internet. Over to you, Sizemore.
Very nice. And now my round one, the ostensibly wholesome round, brought to you by Eric Burger. Yeah, look at it. Eric Burger, a more mindful burger. How funny is that?
They
This
say
is epic.
they open at 5, but it's really closer to about 7.
Yeah. That's because they're being mindful. Like more mindful than Burger King. Those guys just open up. They're not even awake yet. I want to start this off with a little message from Alexius_SC2. Says the microplastics in me acknowledge and honor the microplastics in you. Friend of the show, Joe Klosik. Hey, Joe. About 22 hours ago said, my day job is helping addicts in early recovery, and my night job is stand-up comedy, where I hang out with many comics. When I get a late-night phone call, look down at my phone and recognize who it is, I usually find myself saying, oh, thank goodness, it's an addict.
Yeah.
After a lengthy conversation last night with a comic, I told him anger is the bodyguard to pain. There was a quiet moment, and then he said, oh, sorry, I thought there was a punchline coming. I love Joe Klosik. Did Silicon Valley reinvent the bus again? As this post from unusual_Wales. Tesla unveils the Robovan. Did you guys see this?
Yes.
It looks like a sort of a 1930s Art Deco toaster. Really?
It looks fucking cool, man. I'm
No,
gonna be
it
honest with
doesn't.
you.
No.
This looks cool.
I mean, it looks better than a stupid dumpster truck, but I
It
mean,
looks like
not
the
much.
future. This
Dude,
looks
you
like-
want to know? You want to know what that would look cool as? An electric pencil sharpener on my desk. That would look cool.
It
that
would make a
Thinking
cool.
of my grandpa's electric shaver.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Art Deco 1930s, very classy, not the future.
I wish it was a fucking double wide. I'd live in it.
Meanwhile, top commenter Chris Hogarty says, just wait till they come up with the idea of linking a bunch of them together and placing them on like the same sort of purpose-built trackway.
Right?
Oh, silly. Friend of the show, Ellie Schnitt at holy_Schnitt says being in love is actually difficult because knowing somebody loves you for you takes away a lot of the incentive to clean your room regularly. No lies detected. Moving on in the ostensibly wholesome round, Claire Rogers at K. Claire Rogers says, my cousin's 6th grade breakup is kind of iconic. And this is a text message conversation. And the girl says, I guess it's the girl says, it's not about that at all. And it's not you at all. And he says, so what's it about then? And she says, it's just like we're really young and I don't think we should be saying I love you and I hope I never lose you after like a week, especially because we're only 12. And it's not your fault at all. I'm sorry. And he says, it's fine, I guess, but it's kind of my fault. And I had lots of sugar that day and was tired too. That is peak wholesomeness in the wholesome round, round one on Facebook for the Blind.
Yes, to these 6th grade boundaries. I love this.
I know. It's like one of those things where like the kids might be all right. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Hope so. Here we have a picture of a woman in just a glorious pink outfit. We're talking pink ascot scarf, button down pink jacket. She's got a pink scarf tied around her hair, maybe matching lipstick. Really classy. Looks like we're looking at an Avon sales situation here with a woman being very excited about a bottle of perfume next to her, next to the woman in pink. And Daisy B Comedy has it captioned, remember back before OnlyFans when your mom just sold Avon? I mean, you can't get much more wholesome than Avon. Images that you can smell, and if you're not following images you can smell, where you getting your images you can smell, has this picture of a milk crate, and one of the half-gallon milk jugs is just squished and leaning wrong. The others are all parked in there perfectly. And this is in a text message captioned "Scrunt ass milk," and the reply is "Scrimbled milk, scrimbled milk, scramped." And he says, "I have feelings for you."
What? What the fuck are they smoking?
That's a scrunt ass comment. Scrimbled even. Scramped.
What language are you speaking?
Speaking the language of love, and I'm so hot right now I can barely think. All right, let's move on. Friend of the show and yours and mine, Jason Jester, says has posted this article from Health Magazine, I believe. Says people are lodging nicotine pouches in their buttholes and foreskins for a buzz. Health experts warn it can cause skin damage and lead to addiction.
We're already there.
Yeah. Wait, you got one in your butt right now? Is that what you're telling me?
As we speak.
Jesus Christ. Jason Jester says, is it safe to assume that there's an entire subsect of people in this world that just shove random things up their butt to see what happens?
Yeah.
Very safe. Very safe.
Pioneers, okay?
Yeah.
They're what built this country.
They're called infantrymen.
They're heptonauts. Just exploring the hept. All right, got about 2 more left for this. Unsubscribe memes, and if you're not following unsubscribes memes, I can see why. But DoorDash workers must be protected at all costs. Here's a conversation between your DoorDasher who says, this conversation is related to a DoorDash order. Sorry, the restaurant took forever. I'm on my way. Now get your bitch ass out of my lane. Laughing my ass off. What? Oh, sorry. Voice text. My bad.
Nice.
And I love the little meta AI summaries for these. Says commenters found the post hilarious, relating to the Dasher's frustration and accidental voice text. Many said they'd give a generous tip. But I'm kind of like, hey, meta AI comment summary, stop trying to do our job. And finally, friend of the show, Matt Shivers says, oh, no, Target, no. Here we have a Target sponsored ad. It says, Target has all your home needs with Threshold. And we see a rubber device that's shaped like a Christmas tree, but looks like swirled blue marble. And Andrew, I have just always called these behind the door device.
Yeah.
But we don't think so. We don't think Target meant that.
No, that's not what that is.
Is threshold just a new word for a butt plug, or?
It doesn't say dual use, but you know, it's America, so I'm sure as we figured out, if you strap a nicotine pouch to it, somebody will do something with it.
Threshold, as in the thing we're gonna break to get this in there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Friend of the show, Matt says, so decorative. And Jessica says, Target knows you mean yes. Target was not given a safe word. That was the ostensibly wholesome round. The 180th on Facebook for the blind. Handing it back to you, Michael.
All right, now we're kicking off. This is going to be the irrelevant round, and it's going to be the rapid round. 4 minutes on the clock. Boogie.Cole says, y'all could never be trusted with this. And we see it's outside someone's house on Halloween, and it says only 1 key bump per kid. And there's a
God damn.
Herbie whore at Nerds Rope says this vegan shit easy. And we see there's the 4 panels. The first panel is a can of Rosarita vegetarian refried beans. Then the next one, she's emptied it into a like Tupperware, and it still has the shape of the can.
Oh.
And then the third one, she just wraps it in a tortilla, and finally she's ready to go.
Oh my god.
Oof. That hurts.
Amy at lolanui.bluesky.social, whatever, says Me making fun of your crop rotation idea and thereby holding our people back another 5,000 years. Jeff thinks the beans have to take turns, LMAO. I like it. I like it that you guys didn't laugh.
No, I'm laughing. I get it.
You have to rotate the crops there, Eric. Spineless Lobster, friend of the show, Spineless Lobster says, I am not the divine masculine or the divine feminine. I am the divine comedy, and you will address me as such. Will says pronouns, he.
Oh,
This is a picture. It's a picture. Used to be a picture of Thanos, but the face has been changed to P. Diddy, and Thanos is holding a bottle of baby oil.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
that's the best. That's the best Photoshop I've seen on this show.
Here's a two-panel cartoon, and one guy's coaching his buddy. He says, "Tell her you're an 8. Tell her, quote, you're an 8 on a scale of 10." And the guy takes the advice. He looks at the girl and says, "You're an 8 on a scale of 10." All right, this is just a screen grab from Daria, the
Daria.
yeah, the
Friend of the
MTV
show.
Daria, and I don't remember any of these characters' names. Tiede, do you remember?
I actually do not.
Okay, the like hipster girl says, "You're allowed to be late. You were born." Or maybe this is the guy. This is the guy talking to the hipster girl. He says, "You're allowed to be late. You were born without your consent. You owe the clocks of this world nothing."
Don't tell Sizemore this.
I'll tell you what. I just included it because when I saw this, I was like, "What is this?" Like I heard this from my childhood.
It wasn't written for Sizemore?
Right. Here's a picture of Sarah Connor looking at the camera, looking very, very pissed off. And it says, "Sarah Connor, seeing you become friends with Chat GPT." I might have shared this one last week, but it's worth sharing again. Declaration of Memes has a picture of the comedian. I can't remember her name, but she looks disgusted in the first.
Brittany Brokey.
Thank you. And she looks like interested in the second time. And she's disgusted. And she's a libertarian. And she's disgusted at tyranny.gov. But she's interested in tyranny.com. And I'm going to do two more. The Vintage Parents says, Am I about to fight these bagels? And you see it's all these Thomas bagels, and they all have "Try Me" stickers on it. Try me. Try me. All right, and that's all I'm going to do for round 2, the rapid round. Did it in 4 minutes, 9 seconds. Kicking it over to Brain Damage.
All right, let's see if I can accomplish 4 minutes. That's usually longer enough so let's try it. This one is thedailydrawing.com. We have a cartoon drawing of some dung beetles. One dung beetle has a mighty dung ball. He's working his ass off, and 2 other dung beetles are admiring, and one tells the other, "Wow, Nora, Bob's really got his shit together." Oh, and I forgot to tell you, spoiler alert, this one comes along with a story. Bob did get shit together. Then we have a cartoon of Scott Megser comics, and we have a cat on a phone drinking some wine in his little cardboard box, and he's on the phone saying, "No, I'm not drinking box wine. I'm drinking wine in a box."
Mwah, mwah.
Yeah, but me, I was drinking box wine when I did it. Then I went and I ruined my childhood. Your childhood ruined. Posted this picture of a gigantic tuba messing with a frog, but it says, "I can make a bong out of anything," and the tuba has become a bong. The frog is getting loaded as fuck. Oh my god! I bet you could make a bong out of some shit, huh, Tiede? Apples?
I plead the fifth.
Oh yeah.
All right, I know he's made some apple bongs. That's okay. We're gonna move along. When
Like
Brane hits the
MacGyver.
bong when he's drinking, oh my goodness! Now we have Meme Lives posting a sign that says, "I do all my own stunts, never intentionally."
Word.
Yep, never intentionally, because when Brane drinks the box wine, hits the weed, all of a sudden we've got Aurora Australis, the science behind the Northern Lights. Here we have a 4-panel. We have the sun throwing up in the toilet. Earth is like, hey, do you need any help? The sun's like, get out of here.
Yeah.
The hurl splashes all over the earth, and then everybody's taking pictures with their cell phone. Look how beautiful. The earth, if you see his face, he is traumatized. He is traumatized. Yep, and then after we get sick, oh no, Mayhem's art and music puts when the fit hits the shan, and we have a giant AI cartoon of a shitty ass, not a shit emoji, just a giant pile of shit with some boxing gloves on, and he is beating up that fan. And yep, that's when the shit hits the fan. Then all things go bad. Horror Times posted a picture of Patrick Starr and says, "Teacher, what comes before 47? The quiet kid. AK, me." What?
Whoa.
Banger side posted a cartoon picture. We have a giant bullet and 2 little bullets, and they're asking a bullet that's all smashed up with his briefcase, "What happened to you?" And Dad Bullet says, "I got fired."
Damn it.
I like it.
And then here we have, I think this one was Comics Click posted. And we have a picture of who's this, Red Hood and Nightwing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Nightwing says, "You know, not every problem can be solved with a gun." Red Hood says, "I do know. That's why I carry 2 guns." He's like, "I'm serious."
I think I
Yeah.
have this.
And this was the last one for me. Old School Bangers posted a picture of, looks like an old school kind of cowboy revolver gun with some kind of copper wiring to it, with some computer board chips going into some kind of screen with a magnifying glass, and it says, "I built this while tripping. No idea what it does. Not trying it either."
Oh, no.
And that one's gonna be it for me. Passing it off to you, TD. That's the story of how when Brane gets drunk and smokes weed, he passes out, throws up on people, and ends up shooting up the whole fucking. Anyways, we're gonna move along before the statute of limitations are not long enough.
4 minutes flat, by the way.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nailed it.
This is they're very good. I'm gonna try my best. This is round 2, the inebriated round. Place your bets.
I think he is.
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Take the over. Take the over. All right, let's go.
Oh, that's right. I got to do this.
That's why I have these intros, Sizemore. Here we got from new friend of the show, Chris Van Vliet, and he's got a picture here of former WWE wrestler, The Big Show, circa 2020, circa 2004. Says, "Dad's literally any time, day or night, when you touch the thermostat." And Big Show's looking pissed. By the way, around this time, Big Show is about 7 foot, 500 pounds on a good day. All right, moving on. Moving on. Yeah, there we go. Friend of the show, that's it. George H. Crookshank.
Hey.
He reposts from Emperor's New Groove llama posting, and it's Chica going, looking sarcastic, going, "Are you actually relaxing right now, or are you just shutting down and disassociating?" Shut up.
Hi, Mary.
Moving on. Hey, the friend of the show, Disgruntled Vets. This is picking up bags of baggage claim. Other passenger, "Wow, sir, you were able to find your bags quickly. You must have experience." My experience. Labine, would you explain this picture?
Yeah, this is awful. This is when anytime when you're in basic training, you go to the field, or they'll also do this when you first get to basic. They just make a massive pile of hundreds of duffel bags, and you have to find yours, and don't be the last one. Oh, God help
man.
me, the last one.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, horrible.
Your guys' reindeer games sound awful.
Oh yeah, they suck.
Not selling it. Not selling it.
No, Weird and Wacky Illinois History and Beyond, friend of the show, has a picture here of an old Pizza Hut, but it says Pizza Hut now hiring. This abandoned Pizza Hut is being turned into a Pizza Hut. Nature is healing. I love me an old school Pizza Hut. All right, moving on.
Ooh.
Crazy memes. New friend of the show, Crazy Memes. Says me pretending I didn't just hear the bouncer tell me to put my shirt back on. And it's a picture of Andre the Giant, early 80s, standing in the corner without a shirt on, drinking a beer in the middle of a match. Because he's Andre. Who the fuck are you gonna tell? Moving on. Dem Bones Brewing, new acquaintance, says being so drunk you have to close one eye to text. And it's a picture of one of the clone Mogwais from Gremlins 2, the new batch, with one googly eye and one eye closed. And I feel this.
I love it.
I can only see out of one eye, and this shit happens to me.
God damn it.
You see when I close the wrong one, I'm like, how come I can't see nothing this time?
That would be my luck, bro. All right, moving on. Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, Trash Can Paul.
Hey, Trash Can.
It's a picture of one of the robots from the movie I, Robot looking really creepy because that's just what they did. And it says, my Tesla robot, when we get pulled over and I ask it to reach for the police officer's service weapon. Moving on. There's really nothing to say there.
Take his gun.
Moist Buddha, friend of the show, Moist Buddha, keeping it moist, keeping it Buddha. Has here airline attendant. We are now boarding for Group 1 only. I repeat, Group 1 only. Someone from Group 6, and it's Kermit the Frog being silhouetted by a light behind him, just like ha. Because yeah, those Group 6 fuckers will try to get up there as soon as they say boarding like the disabled. All right, moving on. Okay, got a couple more wrapping it up here. Golden Girls memes says when you overhear some teens referring to 90s music as classic and oldies, and we got all four of the ladies just in various degrees of pain, discomfort, exhaustion, and stumbling. I feel this.
Dude, I worked at a classic rock station, and the week that we added Pearl Jam.
Oh no. All right, moving on. Gotta go. Moving on. Last one I got for round 2 here. Ditch Pony says every boyfriend gift guide is just hot sauce, alcohol, new underwear for when he shits himself from all the hot sauce and alcohol, and a watch. Yeah, I get this. Most of this is what I get every year for Christmas.
It's not wrong.
I don't get a watch every year, but I get all the other shit. All right, moving on. That's all I got for round 2, the inebriated round. Because guess what? Oh yeah. All right, over to you, Sizemore.
Wait a minute. You were inebriated?
Oh yeah.
Knew it.
I
knew it.
I am shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
180 episodes, Derek.
Hey, what's that guy in Lord of the Rings who's got Legos in his name?
Legolas.
This is a picture of Legolas looking at the
That
kid.
is not even Legolas. That is Aragorn.
No, it's Aragorn.
That ain't even the right fucking dude. That ain't even the right. You fucking not nerd.
It's a picture of Gandalf the Wizard.
Oh. Okay, Mr. Frodo.
Anyway, this snow troll is looking at the camera. And it's captioned 8-year-old me when I had to finish my vegetables for Africa.
No.
Moving on. This is a 2-panel from Simpsons. And we have Chief Wiggum's kid is he's dressed up probably at church. I think they're in church. And he's holding up his hand and he says, do the people my daddy shoots go to heaven? And Ned Flanders says, well, they do if they haven't done anything wrong. So a lot of them, yes. Round 2, the irreverent round. Oh, yeah, coming at you. Kristen Yanaka's friend of the show has a picture of Kanye West. We assume this is under the hood with his wife under a smock stolen from a beauty salon. I think, I don't know. It says Kanye West and Bianca Censori are getting divorced. TMZ reports. And Speed Demon, S Demon 423 says Pete Davidson has the opportunity to do the funniest shit ever.
Nah.
Woo! All right. Best and worst of Twitter 2. And if you're not following the best of worst in Twitter 2, you are missing out. As opposed from CNN, it says Harvard and Yale scientists are proposing that we tackle climate change by dimming the sun. It sounds crazy, but according to their research, it could actually cut the rate of global warming in half. And man, I can't read his name, says, LOL, we will fight the sun before we take on capitalism. Yeah. Here's just a mock-up poster from Weekend at Donnie's. And we see J.D. Vance and Elon Musk propping up the corpse of Donald Trump with a pair of sunglasses on. Posted there in Matt Mason's Ministry of Memes. And if you're not following Matt Mason Ministry of Memes, you are missing out. Also, same Matt Mason Ministry of Memes posted this shot of, again, an elderly man cosplaying in a McDonald's apron. It says, work release programs provide felons with valuable job experience.
Yes.
So, good on McDonald's. Amy Siskin says, money is missing from the McDonald's cash register.
Hell yeah.
The David Feldman Show says you can't make this mess up. We have the blue flag that says marked safe from admiring Arnold Palmer's penis size today.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird.
What?
You didn't hear what he said about Arnold Palmer's penis size?
No.
He said it was
Big dick.
he said it was half made of lemonade. I don't know.
You're going to make me not like those drinks anymore. And I love an Arnold Palmer dick.
No, dude, it was just this is we're getting into ludicrous territory. I can't even parody. You cannot parody things that are this ridiculous. And yet we did. Samantha Sizemore, friend of the show and no relation, has posted this from Paul Kahan. It says, turns on any TV app whatsoever. Some guy. Sherrod Brown is going to dig up your grandpa and make him trans. Which I thought was pretty funny. Also, feminist news. And if you're not following feminist news, call yourself a feminist. Huh. They have a post that says, how are teachers getting medical equipment for gender-affirming surgeries when they can't even get notebooks and crayons?
Word.
And friend of the show, Deb, who's a teacher, says, Amazon wish list. There you go. Support your local Amazon wish list. This one is from Jonathan Slater at Slater_Paul. Says, my daughter just texted she's opted in for the transgender surgery at the high school nurse's office. She's like 5th in line. It's going slow because they're using zigzag scissors and erasers. Also published from Feminist News. And there were multiple replies. Jay Mom said, both my daughters, soon to be sons, are signed up for next week. Office was booked up this week. Jonathan Slater says, my daughter may go back and forth for different sports and restrooms. Yeah. All of which I thought was really, really funny. And then my friend Paul said, as a parent and step-parent of transgender young people, I think I can say with confidence this joke doesn't help. Then he told me that mocking these people for saying the stupid shit didn't help. And he said, so fucking stop it, dude. And I said, okay. So these are the last transgender surgeries at the high school nurses' offices. Jokes. May they rest in peace.
Eric, I actually really like that you shared that, though.
Oh,
like, I mean, I like that you shared the whole thing. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
No, there were several good bangers because it was absolutely ridiculous, and then we had to talk about it, and I usually, man, somebody tells me that a joke makes people uncomfortable, I'm figuring that makes a lot more than just that person uncomfortable, and if that's not I mean, if you have a gross out joke, maybe it's okay. But yeah, anyway. No, and I like Paul. Paul's funny. Paul makes me laugh. So you don't want me to tell these jokes anymore? This is it.
Yeah, good.
And finally, for the irrational round, best and worst of Twitter 2, making another appearance here with a post from Natalie Wood at _Natalie Wood says, "Me, I have a toothache. WebMD, your dad is the Zodiac killer." That wraps up my inexorable round 2. Handing it back to you, quiet.
Well, Eric, you were close. You did 6.5.
You interrupted.
Yeah, and you had this sort of like heartfelt one. I'm gonna skip this one. Shower thoughts. Reddit shower thoughts has this picture of Charlie like freaking out with the beautiful mind wall behind him, and it says, "Chicken and alligator taste alike because they're the closest living relatives to dinosaurs.
Ooh.
They both taste like dinosaur."
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Schmergle, friend of the show, Schmergle.
Schmorgle.
Just
Hey,
said
Schmorgle.
mental illnesses as paintings. And this one is titled Diarrhea. It's just a strange picture of a like stylistic woman sort of arching her back, bending over at the waist, and I don't know, there's like sparks of music coming out of her ass. But I just can't stop laughing at this for 2 reasons. Number one is Schmergle, and and number 2, the idea that in this person's mind, a category of mental illness is diarrhea.
I've had diarrhea that's given me mental illness, but
it's just so weird. All right, trash can Paul, friend of the show, friend of mine, friend of yours.
Paul. Yeah.
Fucking trash can. He has a picture of a huge estate, and it says, "You get to live in this house and have a multi-billion-dollar salary, but every other Tuesday you're not allowed to drunk drive through school zones. Would you do it?" And I screenshot this because 76% of responders said no.
Freedom! Freedom! Oh my God. Wow.
This is a picture of the classic record, Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits, except Garfunkel has been replaced with Samuel L. Jackson. And it just says Simon and Motherfunkle.
That should not be that funny.
It's not even a joke. It's just moving on. Hype, friend of the show, the hype says, "Little kids are so dumb. Are we there yet?" Yeah, man, we're there. Our final destination is this random stretch of highway. Get it together.
yeah.
El Tapatio says, "Hello, sharks. I'm asking for $48 so I can do a hostile takeover of a dive bar's touch tunes."
Yes.
Was anybody else there when George did this to a bar like across the town? We're sitting at the Blind Pig, and all night long we just kept getting money, and he kept playing the same song at some other bar that we weren't even at.
And we gave him a lot of money.
Oh, is it bunnies? I think it was bunnies.
Shithead Steve, friend of the show, Shithead Steve says, "Trick or treat, help yourself to mini pumpkins." And then there's a bowl of habanero pepper. PJ at PJ Evans says, "Going through the Chipotle line and saying no to everything and then leaving."
Yes.
Disappointing affirmations. Friend of the show, disappointing affirmations.
Hey, Jess.
From Facebook for the Blind's actual legal counsel on her stories says, "Hey, Eva says, you will be okay, or you won't." And my last meme for round 3, leaving only my post with the most. Millennial misery. Oh, I can't do it.
No, I already did this one.
My
Do the
big finish
post with the most, and since
was Tiede making me read the meme. He got to it first, where I had to read the most traumatic scene of any movie I've ever seen, and that's it. Leaving only my post with the most. Back to Brane.
all right. Let's see if we can get to this. How the fuck did this shit come right in the middle? Anyways, Jimmy Dave Minis puts it be like that, and then here it says, when you give a comic the light and they won't look at you, and we see Roman Reigns looking very worried, and it says, acknowledge me.
This is directed directly at Sizemore.
Yes, 4-minute rounds. Thorns and Flames posted 2-panel. We have Big Bird teaching the class, and Big Bird says, "Hi kids, today we're going to learn about wage theft.
Yeah.
Making profits without any increase in worker wages is called wage theft." I should have put this one before that whole joke about shooting. Anyways, Bars and Chains puts facts. And here we have 2 ears with like some listening noises, and it says, the only person that listens to both sides of the argument is the neighbor.
Word.
Truth. I stole these memes, puts a picture of somebody waterboarding somebody, but they color posed yellow in with the waterboarding. It says, it's not waterboarding if you use piss.
Oh.
That's just terrible. The History of Wrestling posted 2-panel. One has Joe Exotic, the other one has Hulk Hogan, and says, Joe Exotic belongs in jail for stealing the top of Hulk Hogan's hair.
But, oh no.
They do have opposites though, right? Joe's got the blonde up top, then Hulk's got the blonde in the middle, Joe's dark in the middle, then Hulk's got the outside black with the handlebar blondes, and then Joe's got the okay. This I just had to put it in because I just want to mix and match these guys so bad. Anyways, that sounded plausible. All Things Spooky posted a cartoon of 2 bats. Papa Bat is tucking his baby bat in, and he says, for the last time, son, Ozzy is not under your bed. And then here we have Female Diary posted, I am shy at first. Then boom, craziest crackhead energy you've ever seen. This is how I feel sometimes. Maybe not crackhead energy, but a little bit. I think this might be my last one for this round. This one's Baby Yoda fans, and we have a picture of the adorable and lovable young Grogu. And it says, apparently referring to screaming kids in a store as semen demons is not publicly acceptable. Who knew?
I mean, I'll allow
for
it.
you, Tiede.
I'll allow it.
I almost used that one this week, and I second guessed myself.
I'm jumping in because it's 10 o'clock. My post with the most comes from Only 90s Kids Know, and it's just a picture of a bunch of Butterfinger BBs. You guys remember those?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Good
Oh
stuff.
my God, they're so good.
So
and
good.
that's all I have for this show. Love you, George.
Love you, Michael.
Love you, boys.
Zalbian.
Night, Michael.
Okay, well, that's fun. Okay, let's do that thing I do. Round 3, turkey. Let's go.
Boom.
Best memes. I know you.
Hey.
It's got a picture of a blue dinosaur labeled depression. Looking at this dinosaur laying in bed, going, nothing matters, just sleep. Then we got a red dinosaur talking to the dinosaur in bed, saying, and the red dinosaur is anxiety. Says everything matters, never sleep. And the dinosaur laying in bed just says, fuck. I feel this.
Inside me are 2 wolves.
Inside me are a blue dinosaur and a red dinosaur.
Nice.
All right, moving on.
Oh, it's an otter.
My therapist says, friend of the show, yeah, it's got this cute little otter kind of sitting on its butt and kind of just holding itself, looking kind of weird and sad, actually. Says, when you didn't buy any snacks at the store because you told yourself you need to stop snacking, but now you feel snackish. I feel seen. I feel heard. All right, moving on.
Ooh.
Once again, friend of the show, Joe Lancy. Got a picture
Hey.
of this weird looking fucked up goose with this weird looking fucked up confused look on its face. Says my wife's face when she's ready to leave the party, and I open another beer. I was
just
telling
noticed.
Sizemore a story very similar to this earlier.
I just noticed that the goose is frowning. That's a frown.
Moving on. My
Takes
The head
God.
is
Douglas
cocked.
to a whole nother level.
The head is cocked to the side. Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can hear that frown.
Yes. The Witch King of Agmar. Now, see, this is actually a picture of Legolas and some elves. And Legolas, and Legolas and the elves are labeled as a kid. You wanted to be an elf, pure, noble, beautiful, and strict. And then we got Gimli and some dwarf homies hanging down here. And as an adult, you realize you're a dwarf, dirty, loud, fat, and fun. I am a tall fucking dwarf.
Mm.
Look, at least you're actually tall, Tiede. I'm actually still fucking dwarf sized, fucker.
Yeah, I love you too, buddy.
I'm still confused because I thought Legolas was in one of those movies where they were all made of Legos.
I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. All right, moving on.
Twice, one for me.
Moist Buddha, friend of the show, keeping it moist. We got old Captain America Steve Rogers here, and he's labeled boomers. And he says, you need to work and have more kids. And then we got Sam standing next to him labeled Gen X, Y, and Z. It says, lower the prices of housing and food. And Steve Rogers is like, no, I don't think I will.
Oh, God. Yep.
Yeah. Moist Buddha and Shithead Steve combining their powers here. Says couples costume idea. We have a woman dressed up as a house key, but the little end of the key might have some white powder on it, and because there's a guy standing next to her in a baggie which is full of white little rocks. So we got keys.
Oh my God. Wow.
Keys of Coke. Keys of
Second appearance of Key Bumps in the show. I noticed.
Yes, Key Bumps. Friend of the show, Key Bumps.
Brought to you by
Brought to you by Columbia. Spill the memes. Friend of the show, Spill the memes. And it's got a picture here. And it says, seeing Zoe Deschanel without bangs or glasses made me accept that maybe people couldn't figure out that Clark Kent was Superman. Because here we have Zoe Deschanel looking like Zoe Deschanel, but then she doesn't have her bangs or glasses in the picture next to it. And that ain't Zoe. Like, so fuck you, like telling me that Clark Kent is Superman. Yeah, no, I buy it now.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Oh.
I was gonna have Labune read this one, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let you read this one, Eric.
Ultimate Dad Jokes says, I told my doctor I have a problem with my left ear. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm definite.
Wah, 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 wah. The evolving arm. I don't know you. She goes, my husband, a grown man, has taken Friday off work so he can play his new video game for 24 hours straight. Men's humor comments, my wife, a grown woman, doesn't have a hobby and gets mad when I enjoy mine. Yeah, I said what I said, and I will die on this hill. Moving on. I said it with my whole chest. Whole chest. Pumpkin juice, I don't know. It's got a news article here it's got a picture of a glass of cognac turned on its side. It says a woman chugged an entire $200 bottle of cognac rather than give it to airport security. Lady Taberlusa says not all heroes wear capes.
God.
And that is all I got for round 3, leaving only my postie with the mostie. Go, Sizemore.
Very nice. I'm just going to jump right into it here with this picture of cosplaying elderly man leaning out a window, waving in his McDonald's apron, and it's labeled McFelon. I like that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. Here we have an AI image of Elon in a post from Guillotines for Billionaires 2020. Says, bro had to fabricate a family that loves him. Be honest.
Oh, God. No.
AI is going to take your job, loving family. Oh, wait, no, nobody else is doing that job. AI.
No one wants that one.
Anyway, Guillotines for Billionaires says, imagine having 12 kids, but you have to have a computer generate a fake family because even your 12 kids know you're a fucking tool.
Wait, he's got 12 kids? How many of them are clones?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of legal stuff going on there. I mean, I don't know if they're actually, children or products or patented or whatever, but here's a story from Business Insider about Elon doing his little Mars thing. It says, unless you think a trip to Mars is too pricey for most people, Musk has said he intends for there to be loans available for those who don't have money and jobs on the red planet for colonists to pay off their debts. Some critics say Musk's plans resemble an interplanetary form of indentured servitude.
Yeah.
And it's captioned, World's Richest Man Looking in Wonder at Our Closest Planet. That would make a great debtor's prison. And James Felton comments, you ever look up at the infinite expanse of the night sky and think, I would like to traffic slaves there. If you're a South African piece of shit, inheritance, the trust fund, baby. This is what you think? Yeah, who knew? It gives me insight into him. Here's a post. It says, Elon Musk is giving $100 million to anyone who can find a way to pull carbon dioxide directly from the atmosphere or oceans and sequester it durably and sustainably. Personally, I think $100 million is a bargain. And somebody's commented, this is a tree. This is what trees do. Again, not a genius, an inheritor, not a genius, not a genius. He's like Batman in that one movie. His superpower is he's rich. And just, oh my God, the commenters. I said, some smart cookies just got to figure out a way to pitch Elon on how to monetize trees. And and tons of people were just saying stuff like, wait a minute, rocket ships and trucks that look like restroom trash cans can't do this. Anyway, and just, oh my God, all the fanboys in the commentary all doing this, but anyway, I just, my thought was people were like, oh, trees, you could just plant the forest, you can monetize it. And I'm like, no. It's got to be proprietary. It's got to be something where, like, if you don't renew the license, it'll die. That's what he wants. It can't just have ordinary trees. So this is a post from a friend of mine that just blows my mind. It's a picture of a cross, and it says, now Facebook has blocked the picture of the cross. Let's light them up with this. I will not be silent about God and Jesus. It's a post of the cross on Facebook. I just, like, evidence is gone at this point. It's just like, you know what I mean? Oh man, I'm outraged. You can't even post a cross on Facebook like this one right in front of me that is making me outraged that you can't. It's just, double think from 1984. It's really crazy. Friend of the show, an excellent Indiana-based comedian, Ray Danger Hensley says, when a crowd...
Ray.
Yeah, he says, when a crowd yells Freebird at a band to be funny, like, what's the comedy equivalent joke of Freebird? And Neil Rubenstein says, ask me where I'm from.
Yes.
I thought was pretty good. Sweet Meteor of Death 2024, friend of the show.
Yes.
As a post from siege.online, says, hey dude, I noticed you attempting to carve a small space for joy in the face of overwhelming sadness. Kind of problematic considering all the horrors.
Well.
All right, I felt it more than him. The Dolphinger Center for Mimetic Studies has a post of a Subway sandwich here, a big foot-long sandwich, and it says, dudes be like, you just need to walk into companies with a free cup of coffee for the boss, give them a firm handshake, and ask if they're hiring. My brother in Christ, resumes are no longer reviewed by human beings. Bliss, if you're not following Bliss, I don't know where you find it. It says, people be like, bear with me, and they don't even have a bear with them.
Oh.
Didn't see it come from me, did you? Thought Tiede be throwing it at Michael. Rare Quotes has this, and it just says, if I sit in rice, will it fix me? Oh, okay. I could see it made Tyler laugh.
I mean, it works for my Samsung.
I did laugh. Sorry, I had the audio on.
Friend of the show, new friend of the show, Sydney, posts this one from Trans Army at Sam McCure that says, straight people will say that LGBT education isn't age appropriate, but then we'll ask toddlers if they have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which I've witnessed. It's
Hey,
creepy.
people,
Here's a 4-panel from new friend of the show, Joda Mitchell. She's got a priest and a woman coming to the priest, and it says, Father, I'm a lesbian. Ask God to help cure you from that sin. She goes down on her knees and says, God, please let my problem disappear. And the priest disappears.
Fuck yeah.
It was posted in the Wittenberg Door community fan page, which is pretty funny. Deep cut. Feminist News, friend of the show. And if you're not following Feminist News, you call yourself a feminist. Huh. All right. Says if your side is filing lawsuits because too few teenage girls are having babies, you might have picked the wrong side.
Whoa.
Yeah. East Coasted Notes. And if you haven't seen East Coasted Notes, they're fantastic. The guy usually does 4 panels on sticky notes, colors them all in. He's been doing it for years. Just 2 days ago, he says, just going to post this and then return to our regularly scheduled ha-has. We have a man standing there wearing a tie. He says, hello, friends. It is I, Post-it Note Funny Man, writer of classic hits like Small Anarchist Cookbook Man and Therapy Cat. Just 2 little characters there. And then 3 more panels says, it's about that quadrennial time where I use my small platform to ask you to vote. I don't just fear the things Trump will do, but also the things he'll let people do. In 2018, Trump implemented 2/3 of the Heritage Foundation's policies according to them. And says, me in the comments just preparing for the absolute worst. And it's like when you're locking your door when you see a bad guy across the street. Just, getting ready to lock the door. So anyway, yeah, not quite the funniest that I was hoping for, but alas, they can't all be bangers. And that rounds out my penultimate round 3 of Facebook for the Blind. Back to you, Brane.
Yeah, I was trying to mute myself right now because I'm about to fucking sneeze. So if I sneeze, all right, let's see if we can hold it in. Here we have Erica Brown Sugar Workman.
Okay.
It's so disrespectful. And we have a cartoon of Debo. It says, I get paid tomorrow. Bills. No, I get paid tomorrow. And quickly, this is some bullshit.
No.
Leave it to you, Tiede.
I might actually consider making a t-shirt or a tattoo with that on. That's pretty cool. All right.
And for those that can't see, there was a picture of a big bull taking a shit on a nice toilet.
Yeah.
I forgot to leave that part out. I mean, I left that part out to forget. What the fuck I'm trying to say, damn.
No. I think we all agree it was a quality toilet.
Oh yeah, I poop in it.
It was a nice commode.
All right. As previewed earlier, Spill the Memes, friend of the show, Spill the Memes, says the best Halloween costume doesn't exist, and it's a little redheaded kid looking soulless because he's a little redheaded kid, and he's got a bunch of bread hanging around his neck, and a sign that says Gingerbread Man. That's my post with the most E over to the Sizemore.
Dude, look at those clearance stickers, man. That costume cost under $10. That is awesome.
Hell yeah.
That is a
All on a
Midwestern
budget right
kid.
there.
That is a Midwestern kid.
Hey, if the kid is smart, he's been saving those breads up in case anybody tries to test him. You just clobber him over the head with them hard ass.
Right there. A nice crusty bread. Oh yeah, wonk.
Nice. All right, finally, my post with the most. Just the blue Mark Safe flag that says Mark Safe from dancing to YMCA for 30 minutes today.
No shit.
Oh, Lord, we're in the stupid phase. 2 weeks until the election, ladies and gentlemen, and we just wrapped up episode 180 of Facebook for the Blind for October 22nd, 2024. We love you. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.